So, hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or whatever time zone it is. It may even be happy hour where you are. My name is Michael Hamilton, and I'm one of the hosts and founders of Swell. This short prezo here today will introduce our business model, our team, some of our systems and achievements, and it'll probably be beneficial to investors looking for more options to put their money to work safely, and those looking to start their first vacation rental project, or people simply looking to learn more about how we do things differently here at Swell. So what is Swell? Swell is a boutique brand of vacation rentals that's inspired by the laid-back surf lifestyle. Currently, we operate in the Outer Banks of North Carolina, and we have experience renting on the West Coast in the San Diego, California market. What do we do specifically? We target and buy distressed real estate assets at a discount from fair market value. Our properties are later renovated to restore their original charm, and we add a modern coastal and clean feel. Well, because people like clean. Our specialization and strength is in marketing our portfolio of properties for rent. We do this on our own website, liveswell.com, Airbnb, and HomeAway. And they're listed for rent for families, friends, groups, and travelers that desire an affordable yet well-equipped beach home to rent. And on the bottom of this slide, you can have a look at the original Swell bungalow, the Chill Beach and Surf bungalow, which is on the left there. And to the right, we have the Magical Bungalow. And these two properties, both of these properties, are ranked in the top 5. They're two of the top 5 properties in our market, which has over 250 vacation rentals listed on Airbnb, and I'm sure even more that are listed widely. And this is ranked by independent companies that look at properties based upon their reviews, their quality, and all that sort of stuff. And just a little bit of an aside, we recently did professional video tours, guided tours of these properties that are going to be available soon. And if you'd like to see a little bit more detail of the places, you can check our YouTube channel, Swell YouTube channel, which I can provide a link for at the end of this. Now, from time to time, we do hold contests for visitors to win a free stay. And at the end of this presentation, I'll show you how you can do that. So after hosting hundreds of guests from all backgrounds, many have tried to distill our brand and put into words what their experience is like. And I think one of our guest feedback stands out most. This is a gentleman that's an NBC producer that happened to be returning to the New York area from South Carolina after covering the famous eclipse in the summer of 2017. And we had some dialogue afterwards with Sean via email, as you can see here. And he stated that the highlighted piece right there, he said, "My sense is that you're trying to provide much more than a place to stay at the beach. These are curated experiences to be sure, but not just for the 1%. And we feel that this is a pretty accurate description of Swell. Now, at some point, Sean may get us involved with NBC in a travel segment in the future. We'll have to see if we can make time for that. I'm just not really sure that my going screen rate is going to be in the range where NBC is hoping. It might be just prohibitively expensive. So who are we? I'll introduce our leadership and team. I'm here on the left, Michael Hamilton, and my beautiful business partner Maria on the right. And after getting an undergrad degree in what some people would call a rocks for jocks degree at Cornell University and starting my first business while in graduate school at the University of California system, I got introduced to real estate and investing. In the beginning, I participated in many real estate investment transactions, including rehabs, flips. I'm sure some of you watching here have seen the shows on HGTV, with all the flippers and folks like that. We've also invested in long-term rentals, we've invested in mobile homes, and we've even underwritten short-term private loans, mortgages, with private funds. And I truly believe that we found our passion in the vacation rental niche. It's allowed us to implement conservative real estate investing principles while at the same time being able to express a lifestyle and an experience that we love so much. Maria joined our team a couple years back, and she has tremendous desire to learn, improve, and I think when you couple that with the advanced skill sets in customer service, operations, systems, and guest communications, it's very, very valuable. Maria's passion for service is one of the main reasons why we've enjoyed the success that we do today, and it's one of the factors why our brand has the opportunity to grow and expand. And furthermore, what I would say is that we've been very, very fortunate and grateful to work with outstanding folks, local folks, and create a culture that's driven by our core values, which you can see up here in the top right. It's also driven by our mission statement, service vision, which you can also see here, and which I'll read. So Live Swell's mission is to open the doors to the laid-back surf lifestyle. And when we do a great job, we create raving fans, and they have lifelong epic memories. And all of the folks that we work with, like I said, they represent our core values, which is the passion and service for the brand, doing the right things, a no excuses attitude. They help create epic memories, and they enjoy the process. They enjoy the ride. So why did all this happen? Why did we decide to build a boutique, limited edition brand of laid-back surf lifestyle-inspired bungalows and not open a Subway, for example? That's an easy one. I didn't really want to go home smelling like meat. And we wanted to pursue something that we love, and we had a strong why. We were really grateful and fortunate to have opportunities to travel, to surf, to live in epic coastal communities that we would fall in love with naturally. We would indulge in the local culture, experience new food, like seafood. We would meet local people and simply feel what it's like to truly live. And a long time ago, I realized that most people float through life and they simply exist. They get caught up in life but don't truly live. Traveling to epic coastal locations inspired us. Like trips to Baja, Mexico, you can see Maria with her arms wide open over the Pacific there with a bottle of Santo Tomas wine, our favorite winery. Visits to the Outer Banks, which is kind of like the Baja California of the East Coast of the United States. Living in San Diego, Costa Rica, Nicaragua, trips to Bali and these other locations. There's truly something magical about life lived near the water and waves, and ultimately, Live Swell is about facilitating the laid-back surf lifestyle experience that we love so much for fellow family members, friends, and guest visitors. And we hope that you get the opportunity to experience it, whether it's staying with us or just traveling to these epic locations. And as I previously mentioned, I believe that we found our purpose in the vacation rental niche of real estate investing. It's allowed us to implement conservative principles that we know and we hold dear, but also at the same time express the lifestyle and the experience that we love so much. If you're a little bit more interested about our story, which is a bit beyond the scope of what we have here in this presentation, we'll have a separate presentation available on our YouTube channel and available on our site as well for you to take a look at that. So our business model approach is what I'm going to talk about next here. We're not perfect and we're still learning, and I think that maybe one of our advantages is our commitment to challenge current industry beliefs and applying concepts of successful entrepreneurs and millionaire real estate investors into our business model. We believe that there's a big difference between a single unit vacation rental host and a vacation rental business that runs and owns multiple rental units. Let's face it, even a blind squirrel can find a nut. Our approach is not right or wrong per se, it's just different as it's modeled off effective, scalable, and proven business models. We have simply applied these principles and beliefs into our vacation rental business, but we certainly understand that it's not for everybody. Steve Jobs, in his memorable commencement speech at Stanford University, boldly stated, "Don't get trapped by dogma." Even though the vocabulary is confusing and sounds like the Queen's English, what Jobs is communicating is for the impressionable youth not to get stuck with the set and prescribed beliefs that we are taught, as youth and then as we grow up, that are seemingly normal. He's advocating that we challenge normal, widely held beliefs and traditional thinking. And you probably understand what the model of Apple is now. Think differently. That's why they had it that way. So I'll give a quick intro into some of our core beliefs and principles that really serve as the foundation of our business. So we believe in a systems-dependent business, not a people-dependent business. And you can see here in this presentation, I have two books, The E-Myth Revisited. That's where this comes from right here. Michael Gerber is a business consultant in a long time, found out why most small businesses don't work and what to do about it. And he advocates this approach of a systems-dependent business. And one of the things that we see as we've met, interface with other vacation rental owners, property managers, this is probably the most critical area where most vacation rental owners that are existing and new owners get stuck. We believe in working on the business and not getting stuck working in the business, which is a very, very high opportunity cost. And some people confuse being a landlord and an investor. A landlord is still somebody that trades time for money, right? They might be responding to the 1 a.m. phone call on New Year's Eve to pull a potato out of the toilet bowl. So their investments, their business is not passive. We believe in a passive business. We believe in being investors. There's nothing wrong with being a landlord. It's not wrong or right. It's simply a different approach. We also believe in leverage, in leverage of all forms. So listing sites. We believe in leveraging listing sites. I can't compete with the marketing budget of Airbnb and HomeAway. Now, I know that there's some people out there that believe in being listing site dependent. That's just not our approach. We don't believe in that. We believe in financing real estate. We believe in leveraging debt. Debt is an accelerator of wealth used wisely. We believe in leveraging other people's experience, millionaires' experience, proven real estate investors. We believe in leveraging other people's time, technology. We believe in processes. We believe in systems, standard operating procedures, structure, and we look at return. You know, a lot of people look at cost. We don't look at cost. Cost tells us nothing. Return tells us everything. So we look at return on investment, and all of the decisions that we make are data-driven decisions. So that's a little indoctrination to our approach. Lastly, I'll mention here, there's a book there, Traction, that you'll see. And in Traction, Gino Wickman talks about the entrepreneurial operating systems. And one of the key findings here is that most businesses have problems. The really cool thing is that most businesses have similar, if not identical, problems. And someone, somewhere along the way, has had to solve this issue before. We operate our business with the entrepreneurial operating system in mind. We set goals, we measure performance with key performance indicators, we have systems to identify issues, implement improvements, and we facilitate weekly team meetings that focus on continual improvement of the key issues. And for those of you looking to build your vacation rental business or retool your existing business with a systems-based approach, stay tuned. We're coming up with a book. We're gonna peel back the curtains and show you what the inside of our business looks like. And I'm thinking the title will be Vacation Rental Confidential, but that's not 100% certain right now. We'll decide on that. But it will be very, very valuable information that we're going to share, which really leads us to the Live Swell proven process. So this is the proven process that we've used to get us to where we are today, and I'll take a moment to explain each of the 7 steps. Step number 1 is to evaluate our pipeline of real estate opportunities with our proprietary Vacation Rental Super Analyzer. We believe the ability to identify a wise real estate investment is a learned skill. And for any investment for that matter, our Super Analyzer tool helps us crunch the numbers and the data with accuracy and speed. As a result of our conservative, data-driven investing approach, one of the ways that we make our money is when we buy. It keeps our stakeholders safe and allows us to increase returns for everybody that's involved. We target internal rates of return. That is the metric that we look at over 3 to 10 year timelines, and we look for results in the 25 to 30% plus range. We also look for upside potential. Buying distressed homes in growing coastal areas where real estate's finite and there's strong buyer demand positions us very, very well for this. Step number 2 is to leverage our predetermined and proven templates to add value and force the appreciation of the asset and the rental rates. This helps reduce our risk and gives us the option to pull equity to make further purchases and things like that. Now, our property renovations are down to a science, and it combines a balance of quality and modern coastal feel. So what are some of the key things that we aim to address when we're in a property and we're considering upgrades and we're taking that from step 1 to step 2 is updating the kitchens. We like to use butcher block countertops, quartz countertops. We like to open up cabinets. Our guests love open cabinets. They love the tile backsplash, gooseneck faucets. Baths. Baths are another area where we can make an impact. So we like to have spa-like bathrooms. We like to tile the shower surrounds, have accent features, shower inserts, rain shower heads. Another massive ROI in real estate investing is opening up space. So we vault ceilings, we open up rooms to be great rooms, and we design these spaces with an open concept and feel. And we even create some pretty cool indoor-outdoor spaces with French doors. We love high-end features like big-ass Haiku ceiling fans, if you're familiar with that brand. It's definitely a unique experience and really doesn't have an equal. The outdoor showers that we have in our reviews, they're highly rated, and curb appeal for the property is important as well. In step 3, we implement the Live Swell rental-ready property preparation system and quality control measures, which includes the following. Number 1 is an amenities package, which includes surfboards, a beach cart, bicycles, tiki torches, grills, a fire pit, and let's not forget the hammocks. The hammocks are another key amenity that is often cited in our reviews. And number 2 is reviewing the essentials checklist, which includes things like the furnishings and the house items like flatware and linens and things like that. Lastly, our Live Swell living experience, which is inspired by the laid-back surf lifestyle, includes surf decor. That could be like a surfboard on the wall, local photos, art, surf art, information, insider's guides, and we even have shell museums. Maria and I are shell fanatics. We go out during extreme conditions, and we find some pretty cool stuff out there that people really, really, really like. Step number 4 is to optimize the property listing. And this may be the single most valuable part of the process. And I know some of you out there are asking why. Why is this the single most important part of the process? Well, basically, if the listing doesn't get clicked, you can't get a booking. And getting bookings comes down to how influential the title is, the short text in the title, kind of like a headline, and the cover photo is. How attractive is the cover photo? Is it dark? Is it something that people are desiring? We got to get them to click the listing in order to get an opportunity to have them book our place. So we leverage big players like HomeAway. HomeAway now owns Vacation Rental by Owner and owns a lot of other smaller sites that are out there. And actually, HomeAway was bought by Expedia last year. So properties are exposed all over the internet. And then we leverage Airbnb as well. So those are the 2 main players that we leverage. Because their marketing budget far exceeds our marketing budget, and it's a very small piece that they actually take away for that service. Our competitive advantage is in our ability to influence and create desire by using advanced techniques like neuro-linguistic programming, and as a result, we're able to get more desired results. We're able to get more bookings. In fact, as I'm giving this presentation, we just took an Insta booking on HomeAway that just popped up on the monitor here. Step number 5, I should say, our unique guest management systems combine technology, curated experiences, and high-level customer service that's modeled off of the Ritz-Carlton brand. I'll share a quote with you from Cesar Ritz later in this presentation. And as you may imagine, we have systems to better understand why the guest is coming and what would make their trip special, that we call the guest discovery. With this information, we can better serve our guests through secret service type scenarios. We can leave parting thoughts. We can leave things in the property that are going to add value to their experience and match their preferences, which is what they like. And we also have processes in place to ensure satisfaction and identify snags, what we call irritations or discontent. We have systems in place to draw that out of the client, and then we can solve it if there needs to be a solution. Reputation management is step number 6, and our reputation management and review strategy ensures nearly 100% 4- and 5-star reviews. This process starts before the guest books the property listing through the pre-guest arrival communications, continuing on-site, and lastly after checkout. It's really an integrated approach throughout the entire guest communication and fulfillment process to reach these sort of results. I think last time I checked, we were at about 85% 5-star reviews, and last year we did 100% 4- and 5-star reviews, so that would mean our 4 stars are about 15%. But just like Disney World, the happiest place on earth, unfortunately, you're never going to satisfy everybody 100%. Lastly, ongoing engagement is step number 7. So after a guest checks out, they may be one of our biggest fans. It's important to keep our previous guests up to date on what we're doing as a brand and keep them engaged with the brand as well. It opens up more opportunity. So we leverage email marketing campaigns and general marketing campaigns to continue to build and engage our list of fans. Differentiators. How are we different? As an organization, we've debated about this a fair amount, and we feel that we have 3 clear differentiators. Number one is our unique surf lifestyle inspiration and amenities. And as you recall, the mission of Live Swell is to open the doors to the laid-back surf lifestyle. I mentioned in the proven process slide that we provide our guests this feeling of the laid-back surf lifestyle, starting with the decor once they walk in, the design, the surfing amenities, the beach amenities that we have on site. Number two is a commitment to customer service. And as somebody who pays a lot of attention to customer service in every industry, I noticed that there was so much opportunity for improvement in the vacation rental space. Maria and I started to learn and take lessons from industry leaders like the Ritz-Carlton brand, through the book that you can see there on the right-hand side, the new gold standard. And we've also had learning lessons from customer service experts like the DeJulius Group. We've implemented systems called Secret Service, Parting Thoughts, to add more value to our guest experiences, and now putting more focus on the Live Swell curated experiences. And before I told you that I would share a quote with you from Ritz-Carlton, actually this is from Caesar Ritz. He says, "Everybody likes to be served, but invisibly." And so that's the key. Number three, our bungalows are affordable, the experiences are curated, and it is about much more than a commodity place to stay. The level of detail put into our properties and the experience is not by accident, it's all by design. So this is a graphic of our company timeline. It's available on our website, so I won't talk much about it here. A couple things that we're grateful for and proud of, and things that have happened more recently is the top rankings of a couple of our properties on AirDNA. AirDNA is not Airbnb. AirDNA is an independent company that really crunches data and analytics, and really what they do is they provide rankings for properties. So in April of 2018, you can see over here, we currently have the number one position, which we've actually held for a while, which is the Magical Bungalow VX, and two of the top five positions in about, I want to say last time I checked was over 250 properties listed in the zone. So that's the Chill Beach and Surf Bungalow right there. In a couple other things I'll just point out here really quickly. In early 2017 in the spring, we were interviewed via podcast by the godmother of the vacation rental industry. Her name's Heather Bayer, on her podcast, Vacation Rental Success. We discussed creating raving fans, investing in vacation rentals, and the episode numbers are episode 170 and 178 on vacation rental success. Another achievement that we're proud of in 2018, and we're grateful for too, is HomeAway started recognizing what they call Premier Partners, which is very, very similar to the Airbnb Superhost status, which recognizes top performing hosts that provide what they call outstanding experiences. So we got the Superhost in 2016. So what's next? What is next? Because it's important, I'm going to take a second to introduce to you how massive the vacation rental opportunity is. And we'll point out a couple of these key vacation rental statistics here. So in 2016, the U.S. vacation rental market size was $28 billion. In 2021, they're projecting $170 billion. That's 4 times more the revenue than the top 4 hotel chains combined. The percentage of travelers that are staying in vacation rentals in 2011 was 10%. 2016 is 33%. I think we're kind of pushing towards 4% right now. Global travel is 7.3 trillion annually, which is larger than 10% of global GDP, and it's larger than oil and gas industry. And vacation rental owners right now in the U.S. we have 3.5 million, and globally there are 12 million. So we do have plans to continue to acquire more single-family rentals, but we're really focusing at this point on light commercial opportunities, buildings that are in the 5 to 20 unit range. We're also looking at boutique hotels and as I said, small apartment complexes in coastal communities in North America. However, we feel the greatest impact that we can make is to introduce a vacation rental property solutions program. And that's going to include things like consulting, partnerships, education, and ultimately global expansion. This would give guests the option to experience the laid-back surf lifestyle worldwide at Live Swell certified partner properties. Because we know at the end of the day, we're not the only ones that can provide this type of property and experience, but it is a very small group of people that can do this at a very, very high level. So what do our guests say? We've been fortunate and grateful to have great guests, and we're not batting 1,000, but we're doing really well. And one of the more humbling things about the vacation rental business, when you leaf through the guest book, where each guest has the opportunity to leave behind a handwritten, personalized message, from time to time you read something like, "This is a trip my family and I will never forget." Thanks for sharing your place. And these are the kinds of messages that continually remind us why we do what we do and why it's so important. So here are a few guest reviews listed publicly on Airbnb. Sean is mentioning you're going to love it. Shauna on the right there is a guest now that we've hosted multiple times in different Live Swell bungalows and thanks us for this option. And there's Laura and some of our girlfriends on the bottom left there who simply had a fabulous day despite some thunder and rain on Memorial Day in the Outer Banks, and Dan having an incredible stay at this classic California surf pad. So this is the final slide, folks. If you've made it to here, maybe you're interested in investing. Maybe you're interested in some consulting. Maybe you're interested to learn more. The good news is that you're not alone. We have a lot of people that we've consulted with already. We've had investors that have invested with us. So be sure to visit us at liveswell.com/investors, which is right down here. And be sure to get a copy of our investor packet, which includes, I call it an investor packet, the business model investment opportunities. It includes topics discussed here, covers some more in more detail, and specifically about investing opportunities. How can somebody put their money to work in real estate in our business model? There's private lending, information, credit partnerships. As we look to go more commercial, we'll have some of those opportunities that are out there as well. Consulting as well. So like I said, we've started to take on some clients consulting wise. You can visit us at live-swell.com/consulting, or just send me an email directly, mike@liveswell.com. Make sure you have that dash in there. And we want to thank you for listening, and we wish you all the best in your real estate investing and vacation rental endeavors.